Hello! Welcome to my nonsense of a video theory. Today we will discussing Detective Conan, specifically, Shinichi and Kaito Kuroba, and how could they be possibly related. On the internet many theories has been floating around that Kaito Kuroba and Shinichi might be cousins. Along with that, there's also tons of fanfic, or should I say off-brand. But we are not gonna talk about that. We'll be talking about Kaito and Shinichi, on how they may be possibly related, or maybe, possibly twins. So let's jump into it. On Detective Conan and Magic Kaito 1412, we get to see Shinichi and Kaito Kuroba as a character, and we can all agree that they seem similar. They both grin as they see themselves being at a front page of a newspaper or article. They are both some kind of a ladies' men, and they also have some mischievous tendencies. They are both smart. As you see on Magic Kaito episode 19, we get a glimpse of Kaito's capabilities on deducting crimes like he's almost a detective. And we get to see how clever Shinichi can be in escaping in the magic files, where he escapes his class using smoke as he grins, closing the door. We can also see similarities between the two's life and their background. Shinichi and Kaito had a childhood friend that they really like, and the childhood friend's father seems to just like them in a way. They live alone and there's an old man who guides them from time to time. Their mothers likes disguises and their fathers are smart and cunning as well. The fathers are rivals, as we see in Detective Conan, episode 473. So, why do I think that Kaito Kuroba and Shinichi might be twins? Aoyama-sensei did release a statement that their similarity wasn't a coincidence. So I can only conclude that they are possibly twins. That would explain their similarities with their physical appearance, mental state and the choices they make. In history there are claims supporting my theory that twins separated by birth can still have the same life with their choices. For example, there are tons of stories on the internet about twins picking the same stuff as the other twin. Like in an article called 5 True Stories of Twins Separated at Birth, by John Donovan, where he examples stories, like the story of Elizabeth Hamill and Dan Hunt. As the story goes, according to the article, Elizabeth Hamill and Dan Hunt, for a fraternal twin example, spent 78 years apart after being separated at birth. When they finally reunited in 2014, one lived in Oregon, the other in the UK, the nature-nurture crowd went wild over the striking similarities, and marked differences, between the two genetically alike but geographically diverse sisters. Both Elizabeth and Anne were widowed. Both had husbands named Jim. Both are religious and like to cut up for the camera. Fascinating work on separated twins shows that here are twins growing up in totally different families, sometimes even totally different cultures, and yet they bring with them similar types of attitudes, in politics, religion, social behavior. Psychologist Nancy Siegel, director of the Twin Studies Center at California State University Fullerton, told the BBC, "Where do these things come from? It's difficult to know exactly, but it seems that their genes linked to intelligence, personality and temperament just lead them to have similar types of worldviews. So, I can theorize that Shinichi and Kaito could be twins." On the episode 472 of Detective Conan, we see the original Kaito kid, aka Koichi Kuroba, trapping Ran and Shinichi and giving them a code to solve. As that scene was on, the thing Koichi Kuroba said as he is Kaito kid caught my attention. He claims that he is Shinichi's brother, to be more specific, Shinichi's younger brother. It seems weird since he is clearly an adult man, then I realize that it's probably because of the naming. It is confirmed by Koichi that the name Kaito 1412 was given to him by Shinichi's father, Yusaku Kudo, but it can also have a double meaning. Koichi might know that he is about to die and he might be saying to the young Shinichi that Kaito kid is his little brother. He might be saying it as he pictures himself as his own son in front of Shinichi, as he probably know that the children will face each other in the future, without him. And with that, I also think that Kaito Kuroba's birthday is fabricated. He was actually born at the same day as Shinichi but Shinichi came first. Is it possible that Koichi stole the child? Probably not. If he stole Kaito, his parents would probably do their best to find him. Maybe Yukiko and Yusaku Kudo gave Kaito up. As for the reasons, I have not, but if this theory is true, the reason could be quite serious. Yukiko, Shinichi's mother, and Chikage, Kaito's mother, might be friends. As on their friendship, Yukiko also met Yoichi and became an accomplice to them. Yukiko and Yusaku trusted Yoichi and Shikage so much that they are willing to give up one of their sons to avoid him being in danger. The explanation of Kaito's birthday could be this: Kaito's fake birthday is the day when he arrived in the arms of the Kuroba family. Because if you separated the child from their mother after it's been born, it might not survive, so Kaito had a more than 1 month of grace period before he was given to the Kuroba family. On studies, twins can have similar DNA but different fingerprints. We do know that Kaito Kuroba's blood type is B, but we still have no clue about Shinichi's DNA. Ran knows Shinichi/Conan's blood type because it is the same as hers, but we still have no information about it. Anyways, that's it for my theory of Veil. See you next time if I actually did decide to do this again.